What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Slime Rancher, where we are doing slime science. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as I fill up my vacuum with more and more and more delicious plorts. So many more that they fall on the floor, and I can't build a door. So unfortunately, you will hear when I snore. There's no partition between us. There's no partition between us right now. Got 18 minutes till that's done. I think I should probably keep a pretty strong initiative going to keep an apiary developing at all times. So if I got like an advanced apiary, what's that going to set me back? That's not actually that difficult. And then if I wanted an advanced pump, basically I need to get this stuff going like around the clock if I can. That's sort of what I'm leaning towards. I need more pink plorts. That's cool. That's fine. I don't know how many slots they gave me for all of this, but I assume that I have more than enough. And if I ever want to get... I didn't realize how advanced some of this stuff was going to be. And if I ever want to get some of it done, I need to like non-stop have these running on all sides of the base. So we've got 5 devices running right now. 4 devices. Sorry, I'm bad at counting. No, 5. We've got 5. I feel okay about the 5 that we got going on. They need more. They're okay. They're looking pretty good over here. I don't know if I'm going to need hunter plorts anytime soon. Wow, you guys ate all of that already, huh? I must have left them hungry for a long-ass time. That was my fault. We got a couple more crystal plorts over here to be gained. I'll grab those, and then I'm going to throw... You know, I haven't seen rock plorts really factoring into like 90% of the stuff we've been crafting. We need it for drills, actually, so I take it back. I was wrong. Let's go ahead and load up these rock plorts. It's kind of interesting how the game, at first, is all about making money, but now it seems to make a hard shift, like a hard left, basically. It decides to flip a bitch in the middle of the road, like halfway through the game at this point, and the mechanic becomes less about... Well, I suppose the mechanic becomes less about farming out cash and more about just like, alright, so now you've proved you can make money because you have all of this set up, but prove to me now that you can also gather up all the resources you need in order to make this all happen and keep the slime science moving. And so actually it seems like you retire about halfway into your playthrough because we're on like episode, what, like 12 or 14 right now? In between there somewhere. So about 6 hours into the gameplay. About 6 hours into the game, we're now looking at, you know, changing things up. I'm just going to plant onions right here. We got plenty of fruit. I mean, I don't really think we're going to need that much more. Our fruit supply is looking really good, and honestly, I can fill in the difference with like a shit ton of mint mangoes if I really need to. 20 more pogo fruits right there. We got 47 phosphor slimes right here. I am going to go ahead and we'll give those to the great slime god, or the great science god, in order to make everything work better here. I made that term up. Now that we've got everything set up, I'm just going to throw the phosphor plorts in here because I actually think we're using a lot of those for some of our random designs. How many does that give me? That puts me at 100 phosphor plorts, 22. Yeah, we've still got to like develop some of the things that we have, but we're doing pretty well right now. Here, take that boom plort. We've got odd onions that are ready to go. I'll throw those in there just so we can get some bonus plorts. Tabby plorts, I have no idea what we use those for. Probably the apiary would be my best guess. Tabby plorts, phosphor plorts, honey plorts. Ah, the pumps use tabby plorts. Okay. Well, then we'll keep on donating. I'm going to try and get all of our plort supply up above like 150 or so that we don't really have to concern ourselves with it for quite some time. Basically, we'll be able to ignore it for a long period of time. I got to go out and chicken farm some more. We are producing over on this side. People look mostly happy. Check on the puddle slimes. Ah, they are producing again too. Good. Seeing as I haven't really found anything for the puddle slimes to use yet, I'm just going to use them as kind of supplementary cash. I'll swing through every now and again, and they'll give me like 200 bucks here, 300 bucks there. And it'll add up because we're not coming back home very often, so I mean, we're already sitting at a pretty solid amount of cash anyways. It's not really that huge of a problem. I want all of these minty mangoes. Yes, please. And we'll throw those into a dispenser to make the honey slimes real happy. I also need more chickens. I'm always a little short on chickens. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more difficult to get chickens in bulk than a lot of the other stuff. They don't tend to rear their little heads up very often. They've got like their one big respawn time a day, and then after that, you're kind of just stuck. Chickens, chickens. Don't really want the pogo fruit, though. There they are. Sorry, I find it easier to jump up in the air to see the chickens than like all the other random stuff you gotta do. So we got heartbeats there, minty mangoes. I know people disagree with my farming method. I know. Believe me, I've read the comments. You guys want me to hybridize. I know. You guys want me to hybridize. I got you. I understand. I get it. I like doing things my own way. You feel me? I like doing my own thing. Oh, apparently you guys have done a poor job at keeping the food inside the receptacle. There we go. So a few more of those. Technically, I could develop this area to be a farm too, and that would really, really, like, finish off some of my major issues. What am I storing up? I got 22 chickens in there, and I haven't really used the rest. Alright, I'll save up the Q-berries for now, because they don't really have a function. And then as far as chickens are concerned, I guess I've got a whole bunch of extra chickens, so why not? I'll grab those. I will consider, let's open up another coop. We'll call that spring grass. We'll throw a vitamizer in there. Don't need high walls because there's not going to be any slimes in here anyways. And then these we will all make into farms, which are fully upgraded. So there we go. Nutrient soil, sprinkler, done. Don't need the scare slime because we're not going to have tar anytime soon because there are no slimes in the area. Garden, sprinkler, nutrient soil. And this should bring us up to par. There we go. Good stuff. So that's all ready to go. That's been fully developed. I will throw like 6 hens in there. That seems alright to me. I gotta go grab some roostros and throw them inside of there. But the rest of these chickens are going to be feeders. So we'll throw a bunch of chickens in here. So there's something for our tabby slimes so that they can finally be happy and stop being a pain in my ass. Because honestly, they've been writing letters. They've been contacting my PR firm. They've generally just been a nuisance, and I can't have that anymore. Minty mangoes. Good, good. Can I get those back out once I put them in? No, they are stuck there. Are any of these things ready to go? No, but they will be by the end of the episode. So by the end of the episode, we're going to have a massive harvest over here, and that'll be really, really, really super sweet. On this side, they're going to need some more chickens, so I'm just going to fire them in there for now. We've got 11 boom slimes. I'll probably use these to recruit a little bit of our cash. I'll probably sell off some stuff right now instead of giving them to the great slime god, the great science god. I think that 11 plorts and 7 crystal plorts, along with whatever I get out of the tabbies and then whatever I get out of the rock slimes. Not that much out of the rock slimes. Not that big of a concern, though. So we got 10 of them. We'll throw those in there, and I dropped one. Alright. We only got 9 plorts over here, which is a little bit disappointing. But at a certain point, I gotta make money. I think going out and finding, we've got, well, I'll grab 2 roosters out of there and I'll throw them into the other pen and I'll just let them do their thing in the cave. There we go. I'm a little bit happier with that financial situation than I was with the previous one. I can live with that a little bit better. I'll probably actually just make more odd onion sites inside the caves. And we've got 2 odd onions. So I'll make 2 odd onion sites, and then I need to make a... I think I'm currently missing Oka. And I'll have to go get Oka for that to work. And that should round out our supply really, really well. And I'll probably use the silo to store any excess so that that'll actually speed up the process of us trying to farm things out for slime science. Got 8 of those in there, 10 of those right there. Probably not what I'm looking for. Throw a few more carrots inside that pan. Just to acknowledge, let the radioactive slimes know that I am aware of their plight, and I'm keeping an eye on it. Every now and again, you get a rooster out of your chickadoos. Not very often. Typically, they're female, but sometimes you get a male out, which is why there's extra roosters there. So now we've got roosters inside that coop. That should be about all of the chickens we're ever going to need for most of our stuff. Maybe a little bit of farming will be necessary, At the accelerated rate, though, I think we should be alright. They're still spitting out carrots on that side. What's going on with our fields out here? Do I have time to go and run and get my Oka? That's the question that I'm asking myself right now. A few more chickens right there. Chickens for the silo, in my opinion. Q-berries, a.k.a. I call them extra fruit, because that's what I treat them as. I know that they go with the phosphorus slimes and they give you a really, really good yield, but I'm going to let it build up until I have like 150 of them inside of silos, and I think that'll make our lives smooth, silky for a little bit after we get done with... I don't hear chickens anywhere over here, and I think I just did a harvest on this side. Yeah, there we go. Gotcha. This farm is currently not doing anything. I messed up my minty mango harvest. Okay, so two things we need. We need minty mangoes. We definitely 100% need to grab ourselves minty mangoes, every chicken we can find, and then I'm also going to try and get Oka while we're out on our away mission today. Sounds good. I don't know what Oka is supposed to be. I assume it's supposed to be kind of like a, God, what's the name of that plant? There's an underground tuber. I'm having trouble remembering the name. It's something like Oka. Not okra. It's a different thing, but either way, I'll probably remember it like 3 minutes after I finish this episode. Basically, in South America, there's this thing that grows underground, and the natives down there fry it up, and it's basically a potato. It's kind of like a potato slash sweet potato. And I'm having trouble remembering the name for right now. But trust me, it exists. You can believe me, I promise. Yeah, I'll take those with me since they're in my inventory already. And I was just planning on sticking them inside of a silo anyways. Giving them asylum inside of a silo. It's a little bit wordplay. It's kind of like if you added, oh, I don't know, an extra S, so it was like ASSYL, or I'm sorry, ASSILO, but then that would be kind of like Asilo. So I don't know. It might or might not work. Alright, Oka, where are you hiding at? I think, I'm sorry, not Oka, mint mangoes. Minty mangoes, I think, were over this direction, if I'm recalling correctly, although, honestly, everything's so green over here that it's hard to figure out. On this side, we're going to have to duck about 1,000 things that want to kill... Okay, 4 things that want to kill me inside of here. A little overestimate. I might have gone a tad over the top. Fill up on water very quickly, although I should scan the area faster to figure out if there's any mint mangoes around first. Perfect. We have water. There's the mint mango trees right there. They do have fruit, so that's good. That's a 1-up. But they're not quite ready yet. That leads me to think... maybe... well, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. I'll just have to swoop this area for the next little bit and hope we come across something. Because if I don't... oh, more hens. Yes, please. I don't think there was any minty mango bushes in here. Oh, no, there were. There we go. So I got my minty mango, and that's all that I needed from this side. I still got my empty slot. Can't get out right there because apparently I'm destined to drown at the bottom of a pond in the middle of a slime jungle today. Huzzah for me. Nothing but the good endings here at the Nerd Castle. Nothing but the really, really good endings. Then again, when was the last time you had somebody drown in a pond in a book you read? That's it. I'm going to write a mystery novel where somebody gets drowned in a pond. It ate the minty mango. Luckily, there's one right there. I think they float downstream. Oh, there's like a little cross bridge right there. Wonder if I can get up top anywhere. Thinking it's looking kind of doubtful. Oh, I would try for that ledge right there. Yeah, there we go. but it's like a slippery surface, so we got to be careful with it. Ooh, I got stuck for a minute. Oh yeah, it's counting me as still airborne right now. It's not counting me as on land, basically. Yeah, I don't think it likes this very much. Let's not risk our loot. I would rather not risk it. We'll take this back to base. We've got the hens, which are going to go straight inside the silo. Well, actually, we'll get the kitty slimes fed up first. We'll take these. We'll add a plort collector. We'll add an auto feeder. We'll add... No, that's fine. That'll work. I don't think we need anything else in order to make this functional. We'll stick that inside of there. And so, with 26 hens, we're starting to stack up things over there. I'll give the Q-berries to them now. And then I will make my best effort to plant some of this stuff. Although, we do have a reasonable amount of carrots coming through on this side, too. And honestly, if you're just trying to simplify things, you just cross everything with a pink slime and then just feed them shit tons of carrots. Just really, really hardcore optimize everything you do. That's regrowing the odd onions on that side. Still haven't figured out why they're odd by comparison to all other onions. Why they've been singled out like that. I don't know. Game hasn't shed any light on it just yet. I think the game's just being mean. I think the game just decided it wanted to pick on somebody. That's just... That's my hypothesis. Thesis always sounds like an ancient Greek god to me. Like, we must pray to Thesis, the god of being confused and not being quite sure, so he just picks a bubble on the test. I guessed one time. I did a test in I had a test in my biology class in high school one time that it was a pop quiz or something with like 40 questions on it, all multiple choice. And I guessed on every single, like the majority of the test I guessed on, and I got an A-, and it was just like the only time that's ever happened. Normally, that situation resolves itself very, very differently. Ooh, a blue teleporter. Oh, so you can actually place them where you want them. Oh, okay. So basically, you're creating custom ones that take you to different zones where you need to get to things. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. We don't have any of the resources that are going to be required in order to do that just yet. But it still seems like a pretty swell idea. If you can make it happen, Captain. Let's get them fed up on carrots. That'll give them food for a great long while. 26 chickens over here will be galvanized by several more. And with the minty mango, I planted... Let's go see if this odd onion's grown in here. Let's go see, because I'm thinking it might. Yeah, we got our first harvest already. We may be able to fill up several of the receptacles using our gains from here. How these things are growing inside of here without a heat lamp or any type of... Not a heat lamp, but a sun lamp or whatever. Not really so sure. Don't ask me. I'm not so great at this herbalism stuff. This botany thing. Do botanists really hate being called herbalists? I bet they do. I like it. I like herbalist better though, because it makes you sound more ancient and awesome. Makes you sound like you might be a man with a beard in a hut somewhere who like bequeaths your knowledge on sick adventurers who are trying to like save their mothers or something. You must go and see the herbalist. Alright, sounds good. Got a whole bunch of rock plorts right there. I am getting a little bit low on cash. So this batch, along with all of these puddle plorts, probably going inside the machine right about now. Just because I need to get paid. There we go. Upper crust. Just achieving. Just achieving. Game making me feel good about myself right now. Just being like, yo, dog, we saw you achieve something. Here, let me give you a splash screen. And I'm like, oh, yeah. It's punny because I got a splash screen while I was working on my puddle plorts. That's what's punny about it. That's what's punny, Nerd Castle. Minty mangoes going there. Plort collector is apparently not even trying today. Not even trying. I think this batch will probably not go to the science god. You want to do your thing? No? Alright then, whatever. These guys are trying to stage a coup over here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the odd onions in. Just so we get a really, really good harvest from them, too. We have a decent amount of honey plorts over here. Could probably get away with donating them. I'm sorry, not donating them. I need to make some money. I'd like to get us up to like 10, 15K just standing by petty cash. Like stuff that we just have on hand in case we got to buy ourselves some new research or whatever. What was it for the treasure cracker? It was 4,500. Alright, we'll get the HP upgrade. I don't really care about the HP upgrade, but we'll get it. There's another 1,200 bucks. And so for the green treasures, that'll give us something to do while we wait for the science to conclude. So I feel like those two mechanics definitely go hand in hand. It's rare that you see mechanics holding hands, but when they do, you know something good is going on. But yeah, I think those two mechanics kind of go hand in hand. They probably want you to go treasure hunt or something while you wait for your slime science to get finished off. Got a couple more birds over here too. Rather than pull these out of the ground one at a time, is that entire field done yet? Or are we waiting on this one too? We're kind of waiting on this one, but it's mostly done. There's our big harvest. I'd like to be able to buy an upgrade that puts maybe like a little lamp on top of this with 3 lights on it, and it tells you what harvest you're on so you know when you got to replant. I'd like something like that. I think it would make it a little bit more intuitive to maintain. We have minty mangoes growing over here, so it looks like it's going to be a pretty good harvest today. And I'll need to get all this stuff stored away inside of receptacles because we are going to be making use of, I don't need that. We're going to be making use of our inventory space for all the stuff we farm off of our apiaries and whatnot, which should be ripening right around now somewhere. Good. But, get inside my thingamadoobie. Cool. Done. Finished. I think that's all the farm work we're going to get done for right now. So I'm going to sprint this on back over to this side. And my intent is largely to ensure that things stay happy over here. Good. With the hens and the mint mangoes, we'll refill those, and I think we should be in a solid spot for all of our various extractors and drills to be finished off now. So, it's been a while since I ran drills last. There we go. Probably get these guys fed a little bit too, just because they haven't had much in a while. Alright, so 14 seconds over there. Let's get these harvested first. Perfect, and that one's actually done. A little bit of a bummer. I was hoping that would last a tad longer, but that's the way life goes sometimes. We've got primordial. That's our apiary, so I'm going to try and get these first. Primordial, a little bit more steam. Yeah, I think this is how they intend for you to kind of get this done, is you really got to hit this hard and have tons of them going in the background. Otherwise, you may not have enough supplies to build some of the cooler, nicer stuff. Cooler, nicer, shinier. Want them, build them in my base. They're awesome. You need a strange diamond and deep brine for some of this stuff. I assume that deep brine, I don't know. We're not getting a lot of the stuff we need to make some of the real things. So turning some of this stuff over for advanced ones, I think, is what we'll want to focus on next. And we're a little bit broke right now. So it kind of creates a conflict for us where we need this stuff to build more advanced drills, but at the same time, we need them for money. We will fixate on it a little bit later. We got crystal plorts, which I think should supply us with a decent opportunity to make some cash. Also got hunter plorts, so it might be okay. Oh yeah, apiary, what you got? Wow, that was a yield right there. Good for you. Oh, a big old yield. A yield you can be happy about. There. So now we got some cash. I'm going to go turn this in. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for the next episode of Slime Rancher. I look forward to seeing you all in the episodes that are to come. I would like to build all of the cool stuff the game has put in front of me, and I think we're going to make a solid attempt at it. So I'd like you to be in attendance when we do. Alright, bye everybody. See you all tomorrow.